At David Person Field, talking to assistant head coach and defensive coordinator Steve Weiser. Speaking of facts, I like to look at the stats, the cumulative stats, and I don't know if you look at them or if they mean anything to you, but you're only allowing 16 points per game on average, the defense. First quarter, they've scored 10. Second quarter, 24. Third quarter, 14. Fourth quarter, though, the teams have scored 32. Does that mean anything to you, or do you look at that stuff?
Well, I think you look at the statistics. We have our goals, inside the locker room. I'm sure you've seen them, and you push for certain things. 3 and outs, holding people at a certain number of points or yardage, or taking away certain aspects of their offense. As a motivator, we'll use some of those stats. I mean, the stat there you mentioned there, the one in the last quarter, not real alarming because, you'll do certain things defensively, like at the end of the game on Saturday, okay, we soften up a little bit, let them, kind of run out the clock. We had a certain game plan going for that. As far as, I mentioned to the players, we mentioned to the players as coaches, is it important where we're at right now? Statistically, no, it's where we are at the end. I mean, I don't want them to get too caught up. We don't want them to get too caught up. Well, geez, we're ranked this, we're ranked that. It's nice, okay, and I know the kids enjoy it. I really don't go online a lot of times and look at those type of things. I look at the goals. Obviously, number one thing is winning. The big thing we're pushing hard, I mean, this year, and we do every year, but especially this year with Mike, is getting better every week. That's the important thing. We want our players to come out as an individual and as a group, as a defense, an offense, let's play better than we did yesterday. Day by day, improving practice, and every week, every game, let's get better. Measure, kind of competing against ourselves. How far can we push it? I mean, I always refer to it, I tell the players, our job as coaches is to get the most out of it, pushing that cream to the top. So we played some good ball, but there's a lot of good ball left in us as far as our offense, defense, and special teams. And I think the key is, and I don't know if it's one of your questions or not, I mean, I think one of the things that's helping us this year, defense, I mean, it's a group effort. It's a team thing. I mean, you're only going to play good defense if you're playing good offense and special teams. Well,
that was a question I was going to ask you, what the difference is between last year and this year, because you have a lot of young players, and you had a decent defense last year, but they seem to be a notch up this year.
Well, that's. I thought you might have that question, but if not, I was going to answer it. One of the biggest differences, obviously, your freshmen are now sophomores. That's one year we brought in some very good freshmen this year. Our seniors and juniors are doing an outstanding job as far as their leadership, and the thing that's nice this year, I mean, from our special teams have been outstanding up to this point. Coach DiDicento is doing a great job with the special teams, and the other coaches helping with that, and that makes a big difference. I mean, as you refer to this game coming up this week, if you look at Wilkes last year, I mean, we had, I think, 4 or 5, between bad snaps and punts blocked, and we spent quite a bit of time inside our own red zone the first quarter, and so that takes a little pressure off your defense, and that allows you to be a little bit more open as far as some of the things you can do. So, and the offense has just done a great job of moving the ball, scoring points, and that definitely makes your defense better. So it's you're as good as the other two teams. There's 3 factors in this football game, and that's really helped us quite a bit this year.
Okay, that's good. You talked a little bit about Wilkes last year, and is it Sheptock over there? Do I have that right? Frank Sheptock. I know him. He's a nice guy. I always liked him. He won the MAC a couple years ago, I believe. Wilkes did. And you're going over there. Have you looked at them? What are their strengths that you have to really defense against?
Well, they have quite a few of their guys back. I mean, they changed quarterbacks. The other quarterback graduated. He was a senior, did an outstanding job. And, of course, Coach Sheptock always does an excellent job preparing his teams. I mean, we know Frank going back to when he played at Bloomsburg back in 1983 when we defeated him up here. Power. I mean, he's they're going to run that power. They're going to run the blast at you. They're going to run some counter trap. They open up a little bit more their last game against FDU, which was their first win, and throwing the ball. They got an outstanding receiver and number 19, and he's a guy I believe going into the game 23 catches, and so he's something we definitely got to prepare for. But the thing that he does always done an outstanding job is play action pass. I mean, they're going to run, but then they're going to open up with that first down play action. So we got to be very disciplined in our secondary and not getting caught up in that play action. And he's always done a good job of that, from an offensive standpoint. And right now, I mean, again, we're looking to get better ourselves and compete against ourselves and not worry about what people's records are. It's important for us to continually improve, because if you look at their record, then the guys might have a tendency to, I mean, they're, I believe, 1-4 right now. But you got to keep in mind they lost to Muhlenberg their first game, who was ranked 5th in the country. They lost some tough games, so records can be deceiving, and that's why I think sometimes we push hard to compete against ourselves and get better ourselves each week. That's what we have control of, how we play.
Okay, assistant head coach Steve Weiser, good luck to you Saturday, and we'll see you over there at Wilkes.
Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you.